to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today I'm gonna do a general collective reading. So take the parts that resonate with you and leave the rest. But before that, thank you for your like, share, subscribes. Also, thank you for watching. Um, Before we get started, I'm going to cleanse the energy, and then I have some charms. I'm gonna shake it up and then take some charms out. But yeah, before all that, I'm gonna change the energy. So if you have headphones on, turn it down. Okay, so let's see. All right. Okay. Oh, also, another thing. There's music playing outside. I don't have no control over the music that's playing outside. Nor do I own the copyrights to any of those songs. So, there's that. I just lost one of my headphones. Hold on. Okay. Got my headphones. Another thing. Take the parts of the that resonate with you and leave the rest. If it's not your story, it's not your story. If it doesn't apply to you, don't try to make it or force it to apply to you. Um, it applies to who it needs to apply to. The message is for who it needs to be, right? Like, for example, if I be like, tie your shoe, right? You wearing Velcros, why you looking down? Okay, like, you know you don't have to tie your shoe, like, so you know the message is not for you, that kind of thing. Okay, so let's get started with the charms. What I already noticed right off the bat was all the hearts. Um, Also from like with shuffling the cards and stuff like that, I can see the back of the deck, the bottom of it. That also is like kind of gear, but what I found funny with the backs, right? Because even when, like, you know, you shuffling the card flip over, one of them, the card is in the reading and then it's a back of one of the other cards. So I found that to be funny. And it was something about love and relationships. And then another one was like have like a loyal heart. So I found, like, I was like, all right, we leading in like the path of love or your heart chakra and stuff like that. Then we have the hearts here. Then I found it funny that I was using like my heart jar pretty much to do to get the charms out because I have multiple ones. But you get it. So we have scissors. We have a heart that says love. We have a butterfly. What is this? The sun. Hold on. Let me get a good hold of it. Yeah, the sun. A star. Yeah, star. Oh, so I found this ironic. It's not like a perfect shaped star, right? But it's still a star, and it's to pretty much represent like not everybody. It's still a star at the end of the day. It doesn't have to be like equal as everybody else to be a star, right? All that matters is the points is still there, like that kind of thing. Cause the logo is where like my mom works or used like or stuff like that. It's similar to it, but it's a star, but it's not like a perfect star. And they work with physically and like mentally challenged, like kids to adults kind of thing. Some can talk, some can't talk, some's in a wheelchair and stuff like that. You got, you know, kind of thing, right? But it's pretty much saying like at the end of the day, they still are a person. They still are a human. They still deserve respect, care, and well-being in life and stuff like that. So that's why I was like, it's still like, even though it's not perfect and stuff like that, it's still a star. So like, even so, it's like even though, like, throat. Because what popped in my head is like, you ever watch, if you didn't, you should, call the handmaid, call the midwife, not the handmaid, right? Because one kid in there, he has, Down syndrome and stuff like that. Okay, so he has Down syndrome, and they also like goes back and show you like how in the past how they treated certain things and how like in one episode, let's say one, I think they both had Down syndrome, but one is like worse than the other, something like that. And she got pregnant, and then it was a crime, right? Because you're not supposed to, like, to them, they didn't feel like she was very intelligent enough to understand or know what was happening, what was going on. So even though he also had the same thing, if he was a little bit smarter than her, he pretty much took advantage. And it's like, no, they actually did love each other, kind of thing, right? It's like, even if like it's not perfect, or you don't like, this person isn't what everybody else will like think a star should look like or think a person should be, that person is still worthy and deserving of love. Okay. Long story short, what I was trying to get to. Probably was a little roundabout. Okay. But yeah. Cause I saw, like, I didn't even realize I was in there. That was like, wow. Cause it's like, no matter where you, like, how you go about it, it's still a star. Right? It's just, it doesn't matter where the points are. It still makes it a star. You can still see it as, well, you can't see it there as a star, but like, no matter how you turn it, it's still a star. You're still a person. You're still a human. You're still deserving. Still worthy and deserving of love. Right? So it might be cutting some ties with some people to evolve to a very, like, a new, happier, and brighter path of life. Because the sun being here reminded me of the sun card. And it's a child on that card. And it's all about, like, innocence and purity and being happy. And also, it has a horse. And we have a horse here. Right? More of a Pegasus, but, like, you know, traveling, moving on to better and calmer waters, into a new path. And now I'm looking at these little things. Right? Where it's white. It's white and blue, and then it's like white and pink. And blue is more tied to your throat chakra, communication, your expressions. Now I'm also looking at this crystal, which I believe it is the selenite crystal. Or even lapazuli, right? But it's all about like how your creativity, your expression, your truth and stuff like that. It's like you're cleansing that with the white, clearing it out, but also realize that it's like half. So it's like you might be speaking like half of the truth, but not the whole truth, right? And then the star, because now I'm looking back at the star, it's all about overall. Like the star card is about expression, being vulnerable, right? Speaking your truth. Also, it's your spirituality. That's why she's naked. You being vulnerable. But a point of destiny and a point of hope, right? And because now I just looked at the moon, right? But let me finish with the pink, right? Because pink, what I said here about heart, it's all about love, but it's also about sweetness and stuff like that. So, might be the things that you're loving and you're passionate about might not be fully telling people, right? But back to what I was going to say with the star card. Oh, they even got a star on it. That's so amazing. With the moon and the star, but it's a fairy, right? And I was gonna say, like, the star card is an Aquarius, was associated with Aquarius, and Aquarius is known to be like that rebel and stuff like that, right? Like the black sheep and stuff like that, always doing something out of the ordinary, right? The pioneer, right? right? With the sword, like the scissors going off on their own path, their own little thing. But at the end of the day, they're still a person. They still doing something. They still serve a purpose, right? They're still on a path. They still happy. They still worthy and deserving of love and respect, right? And care and understanding. And then we have a hand picking up a heart with love, right? You're still worthy of love and being able to express those love to a point, okay? There's certain things that's illegal for a reason, okay? Just that was stupid to me. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if they both have it, why it doesn't matter? And then it's like, even if she has it, she was literally like, she knew what she was able to understand what was happening. Like, she was like, clearly, that kind of thing. So that was stupid. But like, what's illegal for a reason, okay? And then we have money, $100. The fact that it's $100 and Migos playing in my headphones is crazy. So, no, it's not. Yes, it is Migos. I was real confused for a second. Living on cheetahs. Oh, being on cheetahs. Cutting off path, like the people that just doing things for money, just trying to like. With this love, you trying to find things that you love to do, and you don't really care about the money. Like, money is important, yes, but it's like your happiness is also important. Oh, you ever watch Queen Charlotte? If you haven't, I recommend. But when the part where she was like, she doesn't care. She was like, she cared about his soul, she cared about his happiness, and she cared about his well-being. Like, all that other stuff she don't really care about. So, she was like, if he wanted to be crazy, let him be crazy. Like, it's just that kind of thing. It's just like, you don't really. So let's say like the Aquarius and stuff like that. If you're happy being who you are, you don't really care who it upsetting or who is bothered by it. You're doing what's best for you, what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel okay, kind of thing. You may take other people's feelings in consideration, but you're not letting it outweigh what you want. Right? Because now look back at this house, like, you're trying to find somebody that meets you halfway. So you got a flamingo, but it's black. So, all right. Now I won't even forget. We got a flamingo. Then we have an elephant. An elephant is all about memories and loyalty. And I said that loyal heart. You're cutting off some people that were just either loyal to you just for money. And then we have the moon again, because I thought it was a coin for a moment, but it's the moon with the star, right? Secretly coming into who you are and discovering who you are, right? And transforming into. You ever saw A Bug's Life? A little beautiful butterfly, right? And moving on to a place where you can be yourself. Oh, we have another butterfly. Find a place where you can be yourself and transition and be vulnerable and share your ideas, your thoughts, right? You being loyal to the right people and those people that loved you. Like I said, you getting a hand or a grasp on love and being honest with yourself, but also honest with people around you. And that might ruffle some feathers. Right, it's cactus. Some people might be out in the cold, out in the desert. There's nothing will flourish and stuff like that. Or it might be some places, right? Because now I'm looking at the little flowers. Might be some places where it's dry and it's cactus, and you thinking like nothing will grow of it, nothing will come of it, but it's actually something will come of it. It might be a little bit Because I believe these characters actually has the prick, and all of them does not prickly, right? But then with the cross, you have to have faith and stuff like that, right? A flamingo is very cute, right? But it's also one of those birds you wouldn't want to fight with. Okay, it's just it's once they put is it at rest? Hold on. Right? Nope, the leg is up. It's like once that leg come down, that's when you realize you fucked up. It's you right now it's at rest and stuff like that. So it's just like you're trying to find that place you can be at rest, you could be comfortable, right? You don't always have to be on or pretend to be somebody that you're not, right? Be like half drained and stuff like that. You can feel recharged and be vulnerable and have that hope and the dreams and aspirations and going after it. And cutting ties with those people, like I said before, that just staying around you or being there for the sake of money. Yeah. Right? Because like your love might be different from everybody like have a like type of love that to somebody or to somebody else is like very weird or like out there. But like I said, some of them is illegal for a reason. For a reason. For a reason. For a reason. Okay? Like what the singer did, okay? Those are illegal for a reason. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? But some of them, okay, it's like at some point in time was weird. Interracial relationships, that was weird at some point, but it was still love. They still were worthy and deserving of love and respect. So it's just like you gotta think of it. Look at the times, okay? But overall, certain things are illegal for a reason, okay? I don't know why I gotta keep saying that, but for a reason. Like stalking somebody, that's not love, okay? That's obsession. That's illegal. Restraining order. That's why we have certain things, okay? For a reason. And then we have dogs. Dogs supposed to be companions, friends. What popped in my head is the Fool card, right? And he's literally have a person walking here, but with like the dog and stuff like that. But right, and we have like a person walking a dog and stuff like that. So like it popped in my head. It's the Fool card, like I said. But then we have money. We have that money charm. So just taking a leap of faith or following somebody or letting somebody lead you just because they got money. Just because somebody has money doesn't mean that they right and they know what they're doing. Or that they're willing to share with you. And then even if they do share with you, some people might have how to put this? Some people might have like a secret intentions, the moon, right? Or like a hidden reason of why they're doing it, right? So like once you try to cut ties with them, they get angry because either their money couldn't have, because either the amount that you're bringing in, then they gotta find somebody else to replace that amount, and nobody else is doing the same amount of things that you was doing. So now they're all upset and mad. That's somebody's story. That's somebody else's story. It could be that you're the person with the money, and if you leave, they know that they won't have any money, but they trying to pretend to be your friend. So they can so you can continue giving to them. Now we got the before tarot. So we have sleeping, right? The Nine of Swords, or trying to sleep, because the Nine of Swords is always talking about like insomnia, worrying, nightmares, and stuff like that. And this is the dream deck. So let's see. So we have the Ten of Wands, So you just, like I said, you trying to sleep. There's no burdens, no nothing, but you having a hard time sleeping. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, and there's a snake giving her a pentacle. Keep that in mind. Okay. Because snakes have many different meanings, but over, like, they kind of sort of tend to lean to the negative meanings, not positive meanings, right? And there's different ways to get money. Like I said, there's a snake giving a pentacle. We have money here. Come on. Oh wow, the Fool. Look at the dog. Does it look kind of funny? No. And then you're not paying attention to it, right? Funny enough, because I was talking about this person smoking, and that was Juice WRLD talking about, like, in my head, right? He filled his lungs up with ganja. The lyrics. And he's hoping that it all works out, but it's like you're not paying attention to. You're trying to pick this flower, that's all you, like, focusing on, but you're not realizing that it's this dog. Funny, it's the same color dog, but it's. Wow. I said it popped in my head. I didn't expect it to see it out, but yeah. This dog, this friend, this ally, like I said before, with this loyal heart, you might be like you're just protecting somebody that's giving you nothing but burdens, right? Or you taking on a responsibility to something without fully understanding or knowing what you're signing up for. Because dogs could be a lot of, it's not just, oh, you walk it and you feed it. Like, no, you gotta groom it. You also gotta train it if it's not fully trained. And there's different kind of dogs and they have different needs. It's a lot, okay? Even with cats, it's a lot, okay? And then, depending on which breed, the intelligence might be different. It's a lot. It's a lot. Do your research. It's a lot. Right? And then we have the Two of Swords. Right? Being blinded, but you putting on the blindfolds. You're not seeing it clearly. You could probably only focusing on the money. Or like I said, trying to sleep. Trying to, like, not see something. Or you saw something, now you're trying to, like, hide it. And then we have the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah. Because I can see. I'm going to show you it again. Okay. And I'm just going to say. If it resonates with you, then it resonates with you. If it does not, it does not. Okay? But if you see some people in the bushes, then what I have just said before, with you cutting some people off, that might be the amount of people you're cutting off. Or it's simply showing you that these are the people that's hiding and waiting to give you these burdens, right? These friends that's pretending to be your friends is actually a snake, right? Snakes in the grass, but the grass is too tall, you can't see them. They hiding, okay? Sheep's in wolf clothing, okay? But when you finish the story, you find out the wolf was the first to die. But people don't read that far to know that. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, they don't read that far to realize that, or think that would be them, or they were like, oh, or like if let's say this person is a wolf in sheep clothing, right? Or this snake, right? They think like, oh, they can just hide in this grass for this long period of time and they will never get found out. But then it's just like, what makes you think that? What have they ever did the story was like, and they never found it. Like, it's just like that story never went that way. It doesn't go that way, right? So they're trying. So they could be some people, right? Some friends, some allies that you're dreaming about, that you see it in your dreams, and that you're aware of just using you for money that you might have to cut ties with. Not even might, that you're gonna have to cut ties with. You know that, you see that, right? But you're trying to, you know, blindfold yourself, right, from making these choices and this decision because you don't want to face the truth or see the truth. And this truth was provided to you. So, but the Nine of Pentacles is all about independence and contentment and being stable and stuff like that. For you, don't act like you won't have to worry and stuff like that, right? You can sleep peacefully at night. You don't have to worry about somebody or people ambushing you with their burdens or their problems and stuff like that, or being jealous of you or trying to hurt you or plot against you for something that's not really your problem, your responsibility, right? Trying to give you, because the pentacle can means a lot, right? And the way that it's just given to it reminded me of like the Ace of Pentacles, trying to give you a like, make it seem like it's a solid offer when it's not, right? And making it seem like it's like a money making move or like a very prosperous idea, or when it's not, right? And deciding to say no and make the choices to say no rather than just jumping into something that you don't want to, just because you don't want to ruffle no feathers and stuff like that. Right? Like, because the Two of Swords is all about like difficult decisions. So it's like you already know that you have to make this difficult decision, but you don't want to, because with the yellow backgrounds, like I just said, it will cause you to have to be by yourself and stand by yourself. Well, I was gonna say stand by yourself, but like defend yourself. And you might lose these friends, but they was never really your friends. They were pretending the whole time. Right? Because the yellow and the black is like, and that's what you're dreaming about, and that's, well, this nightmare. But it's, with the Ace of Swords going, like, skipping, well, it says 2 to Ace, which is backwards for 1. So you decreasing. So you know the truth, but like I said before, trying to pretend not to see the truth because you have to let some people go. But that's the truth of the matter, is you have to make that difficult decision in order to be stable and independent, and to be on stable ground, and being like to have that happy like life that you want. And then we have, I can't deal with this right now. Right? So you know that, or this person know that and see that, and they trying to say, and that's why they're trying to blindfold it and be like, I don't want to focus on this. And then trying to sleep and trying to force themselves to sleep and stuff like that. But then it's like, you're not going to escape this message. Spirit's like, I'm going to tell you this wherever you go, because you need to know this. It needs to happen. Then we have, I can't stop thinking about you. Didn't I say something about obsession before? Just different kinds of, some is illegal for a reason. But yeah, now let's tie into the tarot. So how I'm doing it, right, is a tarot of opposites. So it's 4 cards, but then I'm gonna do like fantasy to like shadow, right? So it's like dream to like nightmare and stuff like that, with the light and dark, right? Light and, you know. So we have the 4 of Wands. This was the card that was on the back of the other card, and like it was on the fantasy side, so I found that funny. But it's upright, right? So a relationship, a connection, a partnership, right? Then we have the 9 of Wands, right? Where it's just, she's just sitting there, right? You just waiting, stalling. He's being, like, I won't say persistent, but like just not procrastination. Like they just like be, yeah. Let's see the next card. Then we have the Magician in the reverse. Right, just see, and it has like the little same. They are like constantly and persistently trying to create this illusion that they're your friend, that you're never gonna find out that they're not your friend. To continue to be this sheep, like the sheep in wolf's clothing. Well, this wolf in sheep's clothing, right? Trying to like see, trying to confuse you, and trying to make it seem like they're something that they're not. And it's all an illusion to try to get to make you stay in this friendship or this relationship, right? So when there's actually fighting and there's conflict, Five of Wands. When is they really see you or view you as a competition. They wanted to make it seem like it's all love, it's a very loving and caring relationship when it's not. It's far from it. Okay, so now we have the Hangman with the Four of Wands. And then let's see what the shadow is. The Page of Wands. Okay, so but the Four of Wands, like I said before, it's all about like relationships, partnerships, like dating. Um, but it, like I said before, it could just be friends, could be a partner, could be a family. But it's just someone that you're in partnership with, you're connected with, you like have a house with, you trying to build something with, right? Because the Four of Wands lead to the Ten of Pentacles. And with the Hangman being here, it's like you're just hoping or wishing that in this relationship that it's just, this is just a hurdle that y'all can like work over or like work through. And right, but with the leaves falling and the gray skies, like we have similar back here, and we have literally like dead trees. It's like it's not a hurdle, right? It's you're stuck, right? This relationship is not meant to go anywhere or anything like that. And it's like once you see that and get that, you start seeing things in a new perspective, right? And then, you know, that might, the worst case scenario will be like this Page of Wands, which is curiosity that killed the cat. Okay? You was curious to find out something and you found out, and now you wish you had never found out. And yeah, that's the best analogy I can give you. That's what it was. That's what I'm feeling. Cause like in the beginning, something probably told you like this was a bad idea. Like maybe you shouldn't do it or anything or something like that. But that's what made it more like intriguing to you or more tempting to you, kind of thing. And sometimes that happens. Well, I'm gonna be honest, right? But with the two swords here, it's also like a timeout and stuff like that, and also the like Hangman here is a timeout. So taking that time out to realize and reflecting on the like the truth and stuff like that, realizing that you have this choice and this decision to make, and it's the only way to do that. Because now I'm looking at, I didn't realize these skies were similar. Is to take a time out and realize the people that's like is giving you nothing but burdens and problems and trying to fight with you, always battling you, trying to compete with you, trying to one up you. So the Nine of Wands. So we have the Knight of Pentacles Then we had the Two of Cups. Okay. So like I said before, like you were just hoping like this is like a hurdle, like a bump in the road, like something like an obstacle, right? And y'all slowly will overcome it, right? It's just that's like a bump or like a hurdle that y'all have to overcome. But not sometimes a Knight of Pentacles would be very stubborn, right? With this just sitting there just looking away. But I realize this person is looking at burdens and trying to like sleep. You're trying to sleep through these burdens and trying to make it seem like it's not there with this blindfold and stuff like that when it is there. And then but like you just hoping that it slowly works itself out and fixes itself. And you think just sitting there doing nothing will make the burdens go away when it wouldn't. And then worst case scenario, right? Seeing that he's looking over there, it's like you look elsewhere, right? With the Page of Wands, you look elsewhere for a relationship or for a connection, and you find somebody that you see eye to eye with. Or worst case scenario, seeing that he's looking away, you realize you no longer want this relationship and you want to go with somebody else. Pretty much like I just said before, but just still different, right? You realize that you never had anything in common with this person, and you go seek it elsewhere. Whereas before, the fantasy version is, well, this is just a bump on a hurdle that we can work over. And because the tree, like I said, it's losing leaves, and over here there was a field, so it's not supposed to, but there's no crops or anything, right? But there's a little bit of money and stuff like that, and you're being content with that and happy with that. And it's just like, where as you can have more if you go and look in another relationship, but you don't want to hear that or deal with that. Now the Magician reverse, right? Trying to manipulate things to be a certain way. Didn't I even talk about the Pentacle? Right? Like trying to buy their way. That's that money. They trying to buy something and trying to turn something into their favor. And that's not what's gonna happen. Cause I just looked at the Nine of Pentacles. Trying to buy somebody freedom? Or bribe somebody into not leaving? That's not gonna work. Well, that don't work for some people. Some people might stay for money, some people won't stay for money. Right? But they trying to have like a loveless relationship or loveless partnership that's just all mostly strictly for money. But then it's just like this person will also betray you for that same money that either y'all made together, and it's like even if you made more money, they still be jealous of the fact that you make more money than them, and they might try to hurt you or anything like that to stop you from making more money than them, but not realizing that. See, confirmation, because this idea popped in my head before. Like you're making more money, like I would say y'all make money together, right? And I say commission just popped in my head. Like they make, like you make money and they also make a part of it, right? They trying to take you out, even though you bring in the most money, so you get more of the cut, and they will get like a little bit of it. But they trying to take you out because they want all of the money that you made. But they're not realizing if you're not there, their cut that they was cutting out of you goes away as well. And it's like they not realizing that. They did a lot. It's like they doing a lot of shit for money and trying to constantly do things for money, not realizing how it's affecting their pocket and hurting them, right? Because now the sword is wonky. They won't really tell the truth. They tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Well, they tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear, right? Or if you pay them correctly, that's why it's like they tell you what you want. If you pay them right, they'll tell you what you want to hear. They will tell you what you need to hear. But it's like you have to give them a certain amount of money for them to tell you the truth and stuff like that. To right, because I didn't realize the one in the dice. They're trying to like work it so things turn out in their favor. They can buy whatever you want them to say, they will say it. Whatever you want them to do, they will do it. Right? And we have the Six of Cups. And then we have Justice. Right? So the fantasy side of it is, like I said before, you wishing that or hoping that this is just a hurdle, a bump in the road, right? That you'll slowly overcome, and then when things move on, or y'all look back on it and be reminiscent. Y'all with the now I'm looking at the gray flag. Y'all neutral about it and be like, oh, remember that time? Or remember in the beginning? You know, that kind of thing. Um, and or as of right now, you're stuck in this situation, stuck in this stagnation in your relationship that you, like I said before, you're still slowly hoping that you'll overcome and slow down, but things are being very slow, and you're being stubborn to breaking up with this person, knowing that you have to break up with this person and walk away from this person because you're so loyal to the past that you had. The Six of Cups. That's past nostalgia. Um, or thinking or wishing about the happy home that y'all could have. Like I said before, but this hoping that it's still just a stagnation or an obstacle. And worst case scenario with the Justice is y'all separate, y'all break up. Cause I'm looking at this tail and then the sword that if like that cuts y'all two apart is still this white cat will have a little bit apart. The black cat lose its tail, right? Part of its tail, but not as much as the white cat will lose. That kind of thing. So it's like as the longer you stay with this person, the more effort and time and love you put into it, the more you lose. And because you're working to be with somebody that you know you don't really need to be with, you're not supposed to be with, it's not meant for you. And right, because I always love how this white cat is side-eyed in the black cat. I don't know why, but I do. And it's just like now you separate, and you have parts of this person, like part of this person energy with you and stuff like that. Like, oh, this person like this and they person like that, and it's like that's still a part of you, that's still in you, and stuff like that. Where this person is walking away with a piece of you as well. And you know what just popped in my head? But Billie Eilish said that how she regret opening up to certain people because certain people didn't wasn't meant to know her that way. It's like that. Like you side-eyeing them like that. Like, oh, you open, like I thought you was my friend. I thought you loved me. I thought it was all love, but it wasn't even like that. And it's just like you didn't deserve to know me the way that I opened up to you. And now you don't want to really open up to certain people or do certain things a certain way, whereas you know mad information about them and stuff like that. It's, I won't say they are trying to manipulate you to like close down or isolate yourself, but be more cautious of who you allowing in your space and your energy. Not everybody is worthy of knowing you a certain way. Right, then we have Judgment. Right, you just wishing that this is a test of the strength of your relationship that y'all can overcome. Right, and then we have the Lovers. That's like the happiness, the rainbows and sunshine version is you in a like this is just a hurdle, obstacle in your relationship that you can overcome and y'all overcome or test to your relationship. Y'all gonna look back on it, everything will be all lovely and sunshine. Like, oh, remember this, and the third. Oh, so lovely. But in reality, it's like curiosity got the cat, like killed the cat. Like, you. Funny enough, didn't I say that before? Curiosity killed the cat. Now I'm talking about cats losing tails. Like, yeah, yeah. Nah, yeah. You cutting this person loose. You thought you had something in common with this person, but you actually don't. And you doing the just and right thing of separating and breaking up with this person, moving on to find somebody that's the connection that you're supposed to be with, supposed to be in. Also, now I'm gonna go this way, right? Look only at the happy parts, right? The hangman with judgment, and then the caskets. If you hang upside down, the blood rush to your head. You don't really get smarter or anything. At some point in time, you pass out. So yeah, relationship still ended. Like I said before, it comes to an end, and judgment is also a decision. Judgment call is a decision. Okay. And like I said before, you just procrastinating it, and this you procrastinating your happiness. Yeah, still like I said before. But then seeing that the smoke here is like the worst case scenario, even if it is the truth. Okay, worst case scenario, you got into a relationship with somebody that you thought you had something in common with. Come to find out that you didn't. Everybody do that, okay? It wasn't just you. It happens to a lot of people. That's what dating is. That's why you have talking stages. And then some people, while in the talking stage, manipulate and pretend to be somebody that they're not. Tell you the things that they know that you want to hear. In order to confuse you, but to also get into your energy. Right? So, because now I'm realizing the cape. So you can have your guard down. So they can, ambush you pretty much. You won't, if they want to betray you, they can betray you. And they won't have no problem doing that because they never actually loved you. Right? If they had come out and said, "Oh, I'm a snake, I'm a wolf," they wouldn't be able to be around you. Which is why they pretended. Because they know if they was actually who they are, if they did all this, they would never be around you. You would never give them the time of day. That's why. And they did it for money. Either you have money, the money that you was gonna, either the money you have now, the money you're gonna have in the future, money. They did it for money. Okay, so all these came out together, so I'm gonna read them together. So we have trick or treat, we're here. Then we have a winged seer, you see clearly, clairvoyance. Then we have sea beacon fairy, guidance, but where would it lead you? Then we have the two little witches, magic space, clearing time. And then we have sweet memories with the dry flower fairy. Dry flower fairy. Dry fly fairy, that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here. Okay, with the six of cups with the sweet memories, and they're here. Like I said before, like right now, you could be loyal to the past that you had. right? And that's why you just hoping and wishing that this is just a bump on a hurdle in your relationship. When it's like, no, no, this is like the death of your relationship. It's not, oh, this is like y'all break up, y'all get back together. Like, nah, it was y'all wasn't supposed to be together anyways. It's a wrap. Curtain calls. Okay, final call. Kind of thing. Right, with this magic space clearing, and you can see clearly. You try to stop seeing that. You try to not to see it, and try to let this person lead you. Like I said before, this dog is leading this person, and it's like, where is it leading you to? This dog is leading him to another dog. This person will just lead you to another snake. Another person that's gonna ambush you. Another person. Another snake in the grass. It's time to clean it up. We have a snake here. See what I said? Just relax. Come on now. Come on now. Like, and then, because in this deck, the sticks are wands. And then, I believe like the ace of wands is literally just a stick with explosions. This person, this snake, is trying to stop you from your ace of wands. You making a new passionate beginning somewhere. Being like content with yourself, your environment, your energy. You're not worrying or stressing out about anything, worried about somebody ambushing you. All that comes to an end. Once you see this person clearly for who they are, you cut it out and be like, nah, I don't want your opportunity. You see this dog here, you be like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I don't want that rose. I don't want that flower. It's not that great. I don't want this offer. I don't want to be connected to you. I don't want to, that kind of thing. Then we have the sea storm with calm amongst chaos. Right? They're trying to fight with you, cause nothing but conflict for you. And you staying calm. Cool, calm, and collected. Cool as a cucumber. Then we have carnivorous flower. Attempting offer has a high attempting offer has a high price. That's why I was like, pay attention. It's a snake. There's a snake giving her that offer. And another reason, depending on where it is posted, I'm not really sure yet. A life condition reading. There's somebody around you in your energy that's actually a snake, and it's gonna give you this offer, or trying to come and give you an offer, provide you this offer, trying to make it seem like they love you when they actually don't love you. They're trying to lead you astray, pretty much. So that's like, be careful what you're doing, be careful what you're agreeing to, be careful who you allow around you and into your space and your energy. Right? Just because you're curious about somebody doesn't mean that you should love them and stuff like that and be all like open with them and tell them everything. Especially if you don't know this person from like a hole in the wall. Then we have a fairy of the divine hand, intoxication, distorted, vision, and overindulgence. And then we have faceless ghost and the haunted girl, ghost people. Now I just realized almost everybody is looking down, so you don't really see their face. This person back is turned to you, you don't see their face. This person head is slightly down. This person head's turned that way. This person head's turned that. These people heads turned this way. This person head's looking at this bird. This person's looking this way. You can't really identify the faces in the bushes. This person's blindfolded, so this is distorted vision. This person heads down. This person heads that way. This person's back turned to us. This person can't really detail their face. This person's laying down, faces this way. Oh, this person right here. You can tell this person have a beard. Okay? This person's head is down. You don't see this person's back. So it's just like, you might think that you know who it is, but it might be a lot of people that's a part of it that you haven't fully identified as yet. Right? And then this person, you only see the eyes. And then the same here. Then we have eclipse mermaid with a powerful energy shift. And then we have a snow angel. The signs are already with you. Yeah. Yeah, the signs pretty much are with you already. Especially if you it went from happy to dark. Okay? Um that's one. Pretty much what you're hoping and wishing for still pretty much say that you have to make this judgment call. Like you're just gonna continue being stuck in the past and being loyal to somebody that pretty much lied to you, okay? Was pretending to be somebody that they're not. They, like I said, I did both ways. It's pretty much say the same thing and points to the same thing. It's just like at the end of the day, you know the truth, and you're trying to do everything to avoid the decision that you have to make. And judgment is before the world card, and those two go together. So you have to make this decision in order to start a new cycle. You have to cut off some people in order to make this new cycle. And it's like what you're literally putting your abundance, your well-being, your what I mean by well-being, like having a peaceful life over like somebody that doesn't give a fuck about you, kind of thing. So that's that. Then we have, don't know how to say this, princess with powerful personal growth. Yeah, you're stopping your growth for somebody, like I just said, that don't give a fuck about you, and letting them lead you and guide you when they don't know what to do, where they're going, or anything like that, which is why they said it's time to clean it up. You're being loyal to the history of somebody, and that history, but gray flag is supposed to represent like neutrality. And it's like when you are neutral, you'll realize that who they were in the past and who they are now is two totally, completely different people. And then you start to realize that this person lied. They masked who they really were. And which is why now this relationship is not working out, because you're in a relationship with somebody that you do not know. What you're being loyal to is the past person that you met, and that was never actually them, where now you meeting their true person, right? And you still trying to not even make them, trying to communicate, talk to them, figure out why they stopped becoming this other person, that the person that you met and stuff like that. Well, they used to do this, they used to do that, and it's just like that was never them. They're tired of being that character, so now they're just gonna be them, and then they want you to accept them as they are, and it's just like, nah, right? That relationship isn't working out for you. There's nothing but fights and conflict. Okay. And another thing that I want to say, there's a difference from being persistent and being consistent. You can constantly show up for something, right? But like I said, like this person here, they could be constantly showing up and sitting down and doing absolutely nothing, or lying and manipulating, right? But they're not persistently they're persistently lying to you, right? Putting in that effort, but they're not learning anything from it, right? So you can have this conversation over and over again, you're not gonna go anywhere. Whereas being like persistent, like you're constantly showing up even though it's difficult, right? Where this person, you might be like, oh, well, this is what they're doing. Even though we're fighting, they're still showing up. And it's like, are they showing up where you're showing up to fight for the relationship? They showing up just to fight with you. Realize the difference. There's a difference. Me fighting for you and me fighting with you is two totally different things. That's the personal growth. Then we have, which at the end of the world, an important end with a new beginning. Because I'm seeing it here as a competition. You fighting where? Because I've recommended Queen Charlotte, right? Whereas Queen Charlotte and Queen George was fighting with other people, okay? Did they like fight with each other from time to time? Yeah. But that's when George was hiding something. When George stopped hiding things, did they fight? Not really. Except when his mind like wandered. Right? When his mind wandered. But other than that, they didn't really fight. They fought with other people, right? Then even if they did, it was like they will argue but always come back because they actually did love each other, right? This person, right? You trying to argue with them, right? Just for the to better this relationship, y'all can move over this hurdle. This person is just arguing with you. They don't give a fuck where this relationship goes. If it stays where it is, they cool with that. As long as their needs get met, whatever needs that is. If it's physical, as long as that get met, they don't really give a fuck. Then we have the ghost of the pumpkin patch will count your blessings. Right? This ending, this separation, this person not working out, not being in your life is actually a blessing that you really need to be thankful for and you really need to count. But I can't deal with this right now. Well, this person can't stop thinking about me, so it must be love. Like, no. It doesn't necessarily has to be love. Then we have the passion is too much for me. Right? Another thing, because it's a page, and pages are children, messengers. Could be a messenger. Also, it's like kid energy. Right? Feminine energy. Even if it is love, it's very childish. Immature. Love. Then we have passion is too much. So, yeah. Then we have, will this ever change? It can. If you make that decision to cut it out. It's your call. You see the truth, you know the truth. What are you going to do about it? What you going to do with it? Then we have, why can't I move on from you? Because you're choosing not to. Or you keep allowing this person to come back in. But also, seeing with the magician, and then I looked at the wand again. If somebody is doing spell work with those witches being here, that is being cleansed up and cleared up. So if this person was trying to impose thoughts into your head, probably use the wrong word, we're trying to get you to think of them or do certain things for you to think of them. You can contact them, you can talk to them. You can make those decisions of cleaning your space, cleaning your energy from this person. Right? Acknowledging the truth, realizing the truth, seeing what they're doing. Like, what popped in my head was know thy enemy. Like, knowing what they're doing and their tactics and all this stuff and how they would do certain things. There's like, once you do all that, it's like whatever they do, you see through it. They lose their power. Then we have the heat between us is insane. Or intense, not insane. I'm sorry. Like I said before, it was never love. It was passion. But if it was real childish and immature. Then we have, I wish I could be fully honest with you. What about that star card? That being vulnerable. vulnerability is also being honest with somebody. You open up to certain people that didn't deserve to know you the way that they do, or the way that they think that they do. Put it that way. Cause I say that because I was like, this curiosity that killed the cat. If somebody did do spill work and now it's time to clean it up, let's say it was like, if there's any residue or anything like that, that's getting sent back to whoever sent it. Once the spiritual growth, you break clear of it, you free from something or stuff like that. Make that change. It goes back to whoever sent it. And if they constantly do it, they're really just affecting themselves and hurting themselves. So that's why it's like, count your blessings, because like the amount of things that this person tried to do to you or wanted to do to you didn't affect you. Like, some things might have affected you, right? Because I'm looking at the little drippings on the sword. Some things might have affected you or hurt you, but you didn't get. It could have been worse in a way, kind of thing. That might be fucked up to say, but it could have been worse, right? And which is why this ending is so important, because this person was trying to cause you nothing but chaos. And at some point in time, because I'm looking at this calm, you would have just detached from it and be calm, cool, collected, and like, it's like a fire literally could have broke out. You just be like, oh, okay. Like, you would have just been numb to certain things. The spirit's like, no, that's not meant to happen whatsoever. And then you, with this growth and just something, you realize that you can't accept everybody. Not everybody will tell you the truth or tell you what you need to know. Some people will lie. They just manipulators, right? It is, but if you look real closely, you will see that. Where with this ghost in his face, it's like they don't know. You will realize that when people don't know who they are. They just do things to fit in. Or people please and stuff like that. They camouflage. And then we have this love is crazy. Because it's not love. Seeing that it has it on here, it could just simply be obsession, not actual love. Then we have my life is a mess right now. Because all that spell work that they're trying to do or send to you now is getting sent right back. If they try to, this chaos that they're trying to like bring up or stir up, is getting directed right back to them, right? So like, let's say they're trying to cause problems, trying to argue with you. You just sit there and just look at them because you know that you didn't do anything, right? Them to be angry or for y'all to be arguing. You're not reacting. So now they have to look at their own look at themselves, right? And what they want to see is not what's being seen. You're seeing things clearly, they're not, right? They seeing you as the problem, but you're not responding or not reacting. You can't be the problem. You can't be the problem if you're not doing anything. Right? So now they have to look at them and realize, and they have to realize they're the problem, but they don't want to do that. They don't want to accept that. Then we have, I can't let go of you. See? Obsession. They don't want to take accountability for their actions, the shit that they do. Then we have, you're so different from everyone around me. And then we have, but the thing is, the reason why you're different from everybody else that's around them is because how they are. You like, you know the saying that you are what you eat? You attract what you are. If you are an evil, manipulative person and stuff like that, that's who you're going to attract. More people like that, because that's who you resonate with. Whereas if, or it's like when you meet like some goth, right? And then they have like they dating somebody that's all bubbly and light and in rainbows and stuff like that. You might feel like, oh, that's weird. They don't go together. Okay, that rainbowy person might also have like a little bit of a goth tendency, or like an emo phase and stuff like that, where they enjoy those type of music. And the same music that she listens to, that person also, vice versa, enjoys certain music. Like, so they work. It goes together, right? They have something in common. They have a common ground, and it might not even just be music. They might have like something else that they have in common and stuff like that, that makes them work, right? Just probably how they express themselves on the outside is different, but everything else works together and it flows. So like this person, I was like, you with the relationship, this person looking this way, right? One person, you all looking this way. Y'all both looking this way. Y'all not looking at each other and no lovingly or anything like that. So it was just like they're attracting the people that they are. You're nothing like this person. It's like once you realize that you're start pulling away, you no longer have a relationship or a connection with this person or see eye to eye with this person. With the Two of Cups being here, and this is why you separate and make that decision to, separate and pull back from each other and to look for love or connection elsewhere. Then we have, why do I feel this way? Because it was just passion. It wasn't no love or anything. Then we have here and now. Right? We also have we're here, over here. Like, this right now. You have to deal with this. You have to deal with this in the real life. This is not your past or know your future. Like, you have to deal with this now. We have to let go of this person now. Walk away from this person now. Let this person go now. Cut this person out of your life now. That kind of thing. Then we have a higher power, right? We have that cross, like trying to help you have faith. Leads you in the right way, right direction. Oh. I was gonna do the box as well. So let's see. Okay. We have 3 and 1. Let me get it. So we have, I feel you even though we're apart. And then we have golden rule, never expect, never assume. And then we also have a chip on your shoulder. Oh, you have a chip on your shoulder because you forgot the golden rule. You expected that this to be just a hurdle, this to be like a test of your relationship, a test of your faith, when it's like, nah, it wasn't a test or anything. Right? I even said that with the cattails. Like, you still have a piece of this person and they will have a piece of you. Like, and you opened up to them either very quickly or very fast because you expected or assumed the best for this relationship or the best for this friendship or the best for this partnership, when it's just like, no, this person was a snake. And there couldn't have been signs showing you and proving like to you that this person was a snake, but you overlooked them. Like I said before, didn't want to see certain things, or just had that distorted vision, distorted view. But with that personal growth, is like it's time to learn through that and overcome this higher power. They're not trying to cut this person. If this like a relationship or stuff like this and stuff like that, they're not trying to trying to punish you in no way, shape, or form. They're trying to help you. They're doing this for your good. Okay? Then we have, there is a big hole in my heart that I cannot fill on my own. And then we have, I like boys and girls. Okay? Oh, now let's say this person, let's say if it's a dude, okay? And you think just because they with you and they dated girls in the past and this and the third, there is no way this person is gay. Like, baby, or this, there's a spectrum. Let me tell you, there's a spectrum, and they're bisexual guys. Okay, they're still attracted to females, but they also attracted to guys. Okay, okay, and there are a lot of gay guys that used to date females. So, yeah, take that into consideration. Okay? And vice versa. There's girls that been in a relationship with guys that, isn't it, didn't Mary J. Blige come out saying that she gay? Look how many guys she dated. Look how many guys we know that she dated. Like, it's just, I just had to think, like, look, like that kind of thing. Now, unless that was made up, my bad, Mary J. Blige. But either way, that kind of, like, we don't know people for sure. We know what they want us to know. Then we have real gold isn't afraid of a melting pot. Alright, why do I have to go all the way up here for you to see it? Then we have, when I'm proving a point to someone via text and I see the 3 little dots in the corner disappear because I'm right. Yeah, it could have been signs this person was swing a little bit both ways and probably overlooked it. One thing I will say, if they give you unnecessary, let's say you're talking about yourself and they saying unnecessary things to the conversation, or it's just a secret animosity towards certain people for no reason, that could be, it's something there. It's something there, okay? Then, see, as a man think, I told you, there's something there. Then we have that a man is continuously revolting against, what I was just saying! They have a secret animosity towards something, but they won't tell you why. It's something there. It's something there. It's what I said. What I said. Revolting against an effect while the whole time he is nourishing and preserving a cause in his heart. As a man thinketh, James Allen. There's a reason. There's something there, baby. It's something there, boo. It's something there. There we have irritation. Then we have error. Right? It could have been signs for error from the jump, but you just try to overlook it. Be like, oh, it would work itself out. And it's like, no, it would not. It's like computers, right? Or you programming something. If one of the lines, let's say you messed up on like line 13, the rest of the code past line 13 isn't gonna run. And even if it does run, it runs fucked up. It's wrong. The error. Then we have don't force yourself to fit in where you don't belong. Oh, because I talked about Billie Eilish earlier, right? And one of her songs, right? Well, a couple of her songs, she was talking about like she had a crush on one of her friends, right? And then in one of her songs, I think it was even literally just a song, she was like, I wish that you was gay. He was. That's why he didn't want to go out with her, because he was. He was that kind of thing. So it's just like, he just wasn't comfortable to come out or say it and stuff like that. Be vulnerable. Speak his truth. Don't force yourself to be something that you're not, or force somebody like this. If it is not meant for you, it's not meant for you. Okay, this person doesn't like you, they don't like you. They don't want to be in a relationship with you, they don't want to be in a relationship with you. Find somebody that do want to be in a relationship with you. And just because somebody is attracted to you, that doesn't mean they like you. Find somebody that's attracted to you and they like you, right? They want to get to know you. Can't always get to know you, even when things change, right? You go through this growth. They go to growth. You still get to know each other. Always put in that effort to know each other and find out new things about each other. Because, like a parent and stuff like that. If they really cared for you and nurtured you and stuff like that, was there with you and present with you, they know certain things, right? But they don't know, like, they wasn't with you at school and stuff like that. They don't know, like, those kind of parts of you and stuff like that, unless you tell them and things like that, of that matter. Then we have following in someone's footsteps. See, like I said, what they leading you to. You following somebody's footsteps, but where they're leading you astray to another pack of snakes, to another person that will help them ambush you. Then we have conscious vice. Yeah, you know that this is a problem. You're aware of what you're doing, what this is. Then we have the eyes does not see the same as the heart. Right? With the two of swords trying to blindfold your eyes, but you're still feeling it. Even if you try not to see it or try to ignore it, you still feel it. Your intuition is a feeling. That gut feeling, that's your intuition. It's a feeling. You don't need your eyes that much. But this, okay, again, with the clairvoyance, I'm like, but it's saying that I can see. Like, yeah, you can sense certain things. Like I said, like, I looked at the dog and I was like, I feel the full card. I didn't expect to see the full card, but I did. You know, that kind of thing. You had a feeling, and it come to find out that feeling was right. It's like you didn't see it, you just felt it. And we have banner. We have love banner. Then we have, and he rode upon a cherub, and it did fly. Yeah, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. Psalms 18:10. A cherub is an angel, right? We already had a cross, right? Normally in the judgment card there is an angel, and also in the lovers there is an angel, right? So it's like this side, the ending of it, there's a higher power, okay, in play. There are angels in play. Spirit is trying to help you move on and move forward, right? The full card is a leap of faith. We had to cross. They trying to help you take a leap of faith in the right direction, not where this person is trying to lead you, because it will not work. Living your truth, right? This person will not let you live your truth, walk in your truth, in no shape or form. And it's because this person is not even living their own damn truth. So you can't move forward. The hangman and the judgment. You will not move forward. It will end. It needs to end. You can just be stuck. Death. Spiritual imprisonment. Hold on, because these are supposed to be reversal. Okay. So we have Osiris and Odin, but there's all reverse, right? These two came out together. But Osiris is supposed to be about renewal, and Odin's about guidance. We had that butterfly. We had two butterflies trying You trying to be a beautiful butterfly, but it's somebody trying to lead you down the wrong path that you will never be that beautiful butterfly that you're trying to become into. And like transform into, and you're pretty much just allowing it or going along with it because you expect or assume this person knows what's best for you and wants what's best for you when they don't. Then we have Maui in reverse with discovery. You're not, they don't want you to discover this. See through the truth, see through the illusion. Then we have Poseidon with flow in the reverse. And then we have, don't know how to say this, with shape shifting in the reverse. Right? They done changed or shape shift so much they don't remember what their original form is. They don't know who they are. Then we have a cat reverse with dedication. They lack ambition. They lack morals. They don't know who they are. They are aware of what they're revolting and what they're fighting against. And they want you, they see you as a competition where you see this person, where you see it as a partnership, they see this partnership as a competition. They got to take you down, take you out. And if this person is gay, let's say they are gay and bisexual, right? And they don't want everybody else to know that. They pretty much made you a beard without you realizing you were a beard, okay? There is a term for it. And that's why it's not going to move forward. Because Elton John, you ever watched Rocket Man? Watch it, right? He married a female. Elton John is gay. You feel me? Another example. There's gay men that has also been in a relationship with females, right? That doesn't make them any less gay. They still gay. You feel me? It's just they don't need other people knowing, or they want other people know at some point in time. So it's like where they should tell you that, divulge that information to you, they didn't, right? And it's like even if you try to confront them about it, with this magician, I would just say they would try to lie about it and try to deny it. But back to what I was saying with that intuition, that higher power, you know, you can feel it, you can sense it. It's something. And then we have the hold on. Then we have the world card. Right? And didn't I say before with that judgment, you have to make that decision, make that call to get to the world. And it's like after you do all that, then you at the world. You close out this cycle. And that's what the Spirit's trying to help you do. Right? And with it being reverses, like the shadowy aspects of these gods and stuff like that, I don't really know much about them, okay? But Poseidon, he's water and stuff like that. Water flip on you like that, okay? 1 minute so fine, dandy, next minute you're drowning. So it's just like, you know, pick your battles wisely. And Zeus did a lot of things, but Poseidon also did some things as well that some people just don't talk about, okay? So it's just like, it needs to be talked about. But also discovery, with Maui, I don't really know much about. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know much about it. But when you discover certain things, you just need to leave it alone, okay? Because with that, what popped in my head was Courage the Cowardly Dog with return the slag or suffer the consequences. Some things, you see it, you leave it the fuck alone, okay? You leave it the fuck alone. You move the fuck on. It's none of your business, okay? You leave it alone. Now, there's certain things that is your business that you're trying to make it seem like it's not your business. And it's like, nah, that's crazy. It's like you see it, you discover that it's there, and you trying to ignore that it's not there, pretend like it's not there, and it's like, nah, that's crazy, that's wild. It's like, you know, that elephant in the room. Like you see it, you feel it, but you're trying to ignore it, like if it's not there, and it's like, nah, that's crazy. And then we had an elephant here, right? That is like, nah, that's crazy. That you try to pretend like it's not there, trying to pretend like you don't see it when you like when it's there. And with that conscious vice, is like you know that's what you're doing. Like you're aware of that's what's happening, right? That's why it's half. Right? You're aware that it's only half. Because even he brought up like Queen Charlotte and stuff like that. But the difference is, rather, like I said before, this person made you a beard without you realizing it. Whether they had told you and aware of that, you realize that it's only like half a relationship. Is never gonna be like a full relationship. It's never gonna like be what you wanted or what you expected, and you okay and you were fine with that. Then that would have been different, right? But that's not what happened. Then even if you discover this information, they try to stop you from changing and like moving on with this guidance and finding a new way of living, right? Because with Osiris, his brother pretty much killed him and like scattered his body, and then Iris, his wife, was the one that had to like search and put it back together. And I even said that with the truth. Like they will tell a whole bunch of truth and a whole bunch of lies and scatter it. So you don't have this change, this butterfly, this growth, this transformation and stuff like that. So you can't see clearly, so you leave them, right? Because they probably feel like what they into, what they like, is something that they need to cover, that they're not worthy of love and stuff like that. Because I just look back at this backward star again, right? So they just picking anybody up, right, with this love, right, in this hand, right, just picking up anybody that'll give them love or give them attention and stuff like that. And I want to say try to buy them off or try to love bomb them, right? Try to give rather than saying sorry, trying to throw money at the situation to keep it quiet, to keep it hidden with the moon and the star, so they can continue to hide in their truth and hide in who they are, their true self. Because what, like a flamingo? Oh, okay, now I get it. With that, like boys and okay, I get it now. But like I said, like they're calm or at ease with how things are, being this manipulative person, pretending to be somebody that they're not, where you're not okay with it, you wanting more and stuff like that, which is why Spirit is like, yeah, it's time to cut this out, because if you continue to stay in this relationship, it will cause you to lose faith in spirit, lose faith in love, lose faith in a lot of things. It's just very unnecessary. That is not that. I would say you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy, but with this love banner, like I said before, and this love bombing, they trying to like just throw money at the situation. So even if they y'all fight and y'all argue, they try to like, because before I thought the moon was a coin and stuff like that, so it's just like they try to pay it off to keep their true self hidden, trying to throw money at the situation, trying to wear flashy clothes to like overcompensate. There we go. Whoa, overcompensating, right, for who they truly are. But with the sun, all that's being illuminated on. and it can't hide anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I'm seeing for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you or helped you in any way, shape, or form, then I'm glad. Also, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. But always take care of you. Like we have over here, like living your truth. Take care of you. Speak your truth. Um, Even if it's hard, your comforts is important. So find somebody that you're comfortable with to share and be vulnerable. Speak your truth. Bounce ideas off of, and see where it goes from there. But other than that, I will say thank you for watching and always take care of yourself. And I'll see you next time. Bye.